Hello friends, near and far, dear to my heart, I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. This reading will be for Cancer and all Cancer placements found within your birth chart or wherever you have fourth house influence in your chart. If you're new to these placements and you'd like to go deeper into your birth chart, just know that I offer personalized birth chart and synastry relationship chart readings. You can find all my services below. And I highly suggest you to follow me on Patreon. I just posted this Jupiter Saturn retrograde reading and the connection between both planets, where we're manifesting from, right? How we're attracting this Jupiter energy, and also, again, applying the lessons of karma, right? Saturn. It's a deep dive. So I highly encourage you, tarot and astrology enthusiasts, to follow me on Patreon for more exclusive content. And this reading will discuss astrology for Cancer, Sun, and Ascendant signs. But again, if you're a cross watcher watching for a Cancer, roles can be reversed, right? Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. The Love July message link will be below in the description box. And I highly encourage you to watch both. Happy birthday, Cancer. We're in your season. This is a soft, receptive, tender time. Cancer tugs at our heartstrings. It's a time of emotional depth and nurturing energy, ruled by the moon. It invites us to seek comfort in family, in our home. It's a very introspective, receptive time, tapping into our intuition, and creating like soothing sanctuaries is the word that came to me. We are recording this, I'm recording this as of July 5th. And we are in this new moon in Cancer. So your energy is ripe, Cancer. Let's get into your July messages. Well, hello there, Cancer. Welcome to this beautiful space. Welcome to my sanctuary. I have been busy. I moved. I've been nestling in here in my new space. Again, soothing sanctuaries is definitely the theme. Right, when I think of Cancerian energy, I myself have some Cancer in my chart for sure. My Mars is in Cancer. My ascendant's technically Gemini, but it's at the 29th degree. So I definitely look towards myself as more of an ascendant Cancer. So I know this energy all too well, and there's no place like home, right? There's a tenderness, like I said, to Cancerian energy. And I was actually following, there's this amazing astrologer, tarot reader on Instagram. He goes by Symbolic Studies. And if you are interested in knowing more about the symbology behind each sign, I highly encourage you to check out his channel. I will link it below. Every month he does a deep dive into the month sign. So if you're interested in knowing more about your sign, Cancer, I highly encourage you to follow him, okay? I'll link that below. But the message was a lot about holding on to things. If you think about a crab, right, symbolized by Cancer, they have these massive claws, and this hard exterior. But within that exterior is this ushy-gushy tenderness. And, there's this very protective energy as well with Cancer. And also, again, like clawing onto things, holding on to things. So that was one of the messages that came through very strongly. There was a lot around this tenderness, a little bit of solace as well, like having a really good cry. This is what was coming up for you. And with that good cry, right, there's a little bit of release there, okay? I also got the vision when I was meditating on your energy earlier of crying, and like they were wiping their tears, and then they would put that napkin like on their altar, or kind of like looking at their tears as something that was very like a treasure. There's something within your tears that is a treasure, Cancer. And again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I'm going to be doing a little bit more of a meditation before each reading, and whatever comes to mind comes to mind. So that's what I was seeing for you, was a good cry, release, and like your tears there's like a symbolism, right, to your tears, and it's like a treasure almost. As you release and purge, it uncovers more for you. And I think this is coming up, especially since Jupiter's in your 12th house. And again, I do a deep dive for all the signs on my Patreon, so please follow me on Patreon if you want to get to know more of this relationship with Jupiter and Saturn and how they're very closely related, right? Father-son dynamic here. And family, again, is the cornerstone for Cancer. So, you know, that this message rings true for you. You know, Saturn was Jupiter's father, and wasn't the best relationship there. You know, karmic ties, Jupiter in your 12th house, ancestral ties, past lives, if you believe in that, right? You know, reincarnation, like these are some deep themes for you over the next year. And we go pretty deep in your reading and for all the signs, so check me out on Patreon. But we are still swimming in your season here, okay? We have Venus in your sign till the 11th. Mercury is now in Leo. It was in your sign, right, for that latter half of June until July 2nd, I believe. It was in your sign. And now it's in Leo in your second house. So we have this like first, kind of second, 12, as above, so below kind of energy. And this is a very receptive time for you where it's like you can feel this magnetism with it being your birthday month. And again, Venus in your sign, there's this magnetism to you. And again, it's very juicy, it's very tender. But there's also, again, this hard exterior. I keep seeing the symbology for you of the shell. And it kind of resembles the 12th house, Jupiter in the 12th house, because it's like our exterior, our shell, like what has hardened us over time. Again, what's been passed down from other ancestors. You know, this is karmic ties within our lineage. We all have it. There's no escaping that. And again, Saturn retrograde, which you're currently in until November 15th, I also go really deep into what that means on Patreon, okay? There's a lot to uncover here. There's a lot of spiritual growth for you. Saturn in your 9th house. You're definitely needing a good cry if you haven't had one, okay? What are you holding on to is one of the major messages that Spirit had for you, okay? Was what are you holding on to? And you're releasing a lot, right? Especially around family, okay? So let's dive in here for Cancer for July. Again, take what resonates, leave what does not. And across watchers, again, you can place the roles as you see fit, right? Check out that love reading as well if you're interested. That will be provided below, as well as other supportive links, my Patreon, etc., my website. We're going to pull from the animal spirit for your July message to start it off here for you, Cancer. I just heard, what are you nurturing? What are you tending to? Tending to the soil, literally gardening as well, is because, you know, as above, so below, there's this representation of what's above the horizon, right? The ascendant, first house, and then what's below, 12th house. It's like what's below the soil. What are you nurturing? What are you tending to? What are you fertilizing as well? I just got the vision of like rotting roots too, you know, pruning back, you know, it's the root rot. Again, there's some sort of like process of like cord cutting, things coming up around the family. Interesting. Let's see here, Cancer. What do we have for Cancer for July? Please show me the truth. Shark and oyster. Wow. That's definitely you, Cancer. Look at the shell and then the shark. Like, get the F away from me. Again, Cancers can be really soft, tender, loving, but you know, there is that hard exterior and they can snap like the shark. You know, and really what's coming up, and I don't mean to laugh, you know, but me, I'm trying to lighten your load here, okay, Cancer. I mean well, because we're all human, right? We all experience these feelings. And it's such a beautiful gift to feel, right? And what I was getting at, the message I was going to convey with these two cards is grief, right? When we think of grief, it's just unexpressed love. So a lot of anger, sadness is just unexpressed love. You know, people wear these masks, and that's kind of represented by the shell, right, of like the shark energy. It's like kind of volatile at times, but within that is a beautiful pearl. You know, there's a hidden gem, and also with this Jupiter in the 12th house, Saturn in your 9th house, there's a deeper wisdom. There's again, there's a connection to your tears, your emotions, your rage, your sadness, right? Any sort of emotional reaction that's hyper reactive at this time. There's a treasure there. I got that vision of someone, male or female, like crying, and the tears were representing like a treasure. And that's kind of represented here in the oyster, is something that's revealed to you within these emotions, okay? And it can be overwhelming, but yeah, your emotions hold the key here, especially with the shark. I want to read a little bit about the shark for you. Let me open up to it. Give me a second. These are both ocean creatures, so this is very water, very fitting for you, Cancer. Let's see. This book is so small. It's like the tiniest little book. I just got this deck, and I'm like, you know, when you buy things online, you're like, oh, that looks awesome, and it's like this tiny little thing. It's really hard to flip, so bear with me. I'll get to shark. It seems like it's like skipped. Why? Okay, here it is. Sorry. You gotta be patient. Yeah, like exposure. Okay, so revealing true nature and desire. Again, there's something that's revealing, oyster, right? Something that's within a shell. It's coming out. It's peeking out, right? You know, we know the pearl that's in there. Something's being revealed to you through your anger, through your emotions. Maybe you've been repressing something for quite some time, and it's become destructive in some way with the shark energy. There is hesitant to be honest here with this energy too, to totally be ourselves. So it's also, again, like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to have emotions is what I'm hearing. It's okay. There's a treasure there, okay? So if you are feeling sensitive and receptive, just know that it's okay, Cancer. It's a beautiful gift of yours. But it's learning how to use that, I guess, those emotions as fuel in a way. Towards self-discovery is what I'm hearing with the oyster. Discovering oneself. New beginnings on the cut here, security. Security is definitely connected with your energy as well as Taurus. Where do you have Taurus in your chart? The gateway and purity. Yeah, security on the bottom again. Strong message of security here and new beginnings again as well. Interesting energy here, gateway. So I want to actually clarify, what's this gateway about? What's this gateway for Cancer? Show me the truth. Cancer, gateway. Yeah. See, there's something that there's a lot about like being confused or perplexed, Scorpio energy. Again, there's a volatility here, King of Swords. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I am sensing this is more your energy. But if you are dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius masculine, this person is potentially being quiet, keeping something, right? Or a bit confused, Seven of Cups, perplexed by potentially lust, desire, illusion. And this is being clarified by the gateway. So, you know me, if you're new to my channel, then with these readings, I tend to lean more towards self, right? This is for you. In the love reading, we go more into other people. So I'm going to propose this as being you, okay? But again, if you intuitively feel something and it feels like it resonates for someone in your life, then take it, run with that, okay? But my goal is for you to discover yourself, right? That's what these readings are about. And the love readings are more geared towards love and relationship, okay? So when I see this King of Swords and I'm talking to you about these emotions, right, and the complexity of them, I think that there's a gateway here. Again, there's some sort of treasure, right? Unicorn there is a very like magical creature. And this is a beautiful oasis here, right? So that there's some sort of gateway, there's some sort of opening here with the oyster as well. Your emotions, although they might be confusing at times, right? Maybe you feel like you have gone silent, or I felt the need to go silent, or the opposing energy of the King of Swords is being very aggressive, right? So it can be either or when I see the King of Swords in reverse. This can be like extreme on either end, right? Like extreme like radio silence, or extreme like blunt anger and aggression and like hostility almost. It's like my gaslighting energy when I think of the King of Swords in reverse. You know, it's a bit of gaslighting. So again, that doesn't have to mean that it's you. It's just I see this kind of a murkiness here. But there's a beauty, there's a treasure in it, which is what is so interesting to me. Like, for instance, I'm getting this narrative of, with the Seven of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and I saw the Queen of Pentacles as well on the bottom. When we have so much confusion around us, when we're feeling so overwhelmed and we just rage, we have an emotional release, a good cry, right? This was coming out for you. And it just feels like, wow, I feel so much better, right? You know, we all have those moments. It's okay. And maybe that's what you need, is like to be pushed to the edge. The Wisdom of the Oracle deck, that card being come to the edge is coming to mind here. So I feel like you've had like a come to Jesus or coming to the edge moment. And it's a radical shift for you. And it's actually what's necessary. And that's the gateway here. And it creates some sort of security, a new beginning, right? When you're actually like, enough is enough. You know, when we get really pushed to the edge in these kinds of extreme moments, potentially, it's a moment to reveal a deeper truth, King of Swords. Or maybe you felt confused, right? And you're like, okay, well, now I feel like these emotions are fuel for this change, this new beginning. You have some new energy coming in here. It's like the gusto that you needed. And it might have seemed extreme to some, maybe someone around you, or again, vice versa. You can place the roles, cross watches as you see fit. But I see this as something positive. Okay, so if you aren't feeling like it's positive and you're feeling shameful or guilty, or again, maybe you have someone around you that's been acting this way, right? Just know that there's a new beginning here, and it's actually purifying the situation, purity here. So I don't see it as a negative thing, okay, so far, all right? Let's pull from the Avatar Oracle. What's going on here? What's this gateway for Cancer? I feel excited with the gateway. I actually want to read from the deck once I pull another card. I'm going to read from the book, I mean. This gateway, what's this about? Let's deepen the message for Cancer here. And that's funny, come to Jesus moment. Also, it's like humbleness too, inner vision. For instance, when we have an extreme circumstance in our life, again, Jupiter in your 12th house can literally take something away from you. This could be anything. This is a general reading. If you want to go deeper, you know where to find me, okay? So if you want to go deeper into these messages, check out my Patreon, check out my services. You can get a private reading. But we have these shakeups, shifts, right? You know, where we have like a sense of static energy, Seven of Cups, delusion, you know, lust, confusion. Why is this happening to me right now? And then we don't really see it when we're in it, you know, when we're in the mud. But then when we come on out to the other side, the new beginning, we're like, wow, it needed to happen that way. It needed to happen that way. Or when someone gets sober, you know, like I'm getting the message of like when someone wants to get sober, you know, they had to hit rock bottom. That's what I was trying to get at. That was the word that I was looking for, rock bottom. There's a purification in that. Hitting rock bottom and being like, enough is enough. What's this gateway about? Show me, please, for Cancer. What do we need to know for Cancer for July? What do we need to know for Cancer? Please show me the truth, ancestors. Guides, show me Cancer. Soul tribe in reverse, magnetism. Yeah, magnetism. It's not surprising for me to see that for you because again, this is your birthday month. You know, there's a magnetic energy to you, Cancer. You know, Venus in Cancer. What I'm getting here is you honestly could be kind of disconnecting from people, or feeling like you have to disconnect from someone. Again, King of Swords, it could literally be an air sign. Or Scorpio, I'm seeing strongly. And again, I saw the message of Taurus. Or it could be another water sign with those animal oracles, but I'm definitely seeing that more as you. You might be feeling disconnected just from people, right? Soul tribe in reverse. You're trying to actually create new networks, new friends, and you're creating this frequency that might actually be like deflecting people, you know, and those people maybe aren't for you, Cancer. And maybe that's where the confusion comes in, is like, I thought that this person was my friend. I thought that this person was meant to be in my life. And it's like it creates an emotional rage or anger or sadness within you. But the message truly is here that there is a new beginning. There's a gateway for you. There's a purification. You're in a purification process, and it's bringing more stability and security within your friend groups, okay? So it looks like whatever's happening here, whatever shakeup, and it looks like there's some sort of shakeup, it's a good one. It's for your betterment. You know, again, Saturn retrograde is going to cause a level of, you know, karmic shifts, okay, within all areas of our lives. And depending on your sun ascendant sign and your birth chart, of course, your birth chart holds so much knowledge, right? And the relationship with Saturn, of exactly the kind of karmic lessons you're learning. But it is meant to make us see things from a different perspective when it goes retrograde, okay? Reanalyzing, reprioritizing, and again, it's like enough is enough is the message I'm getting for you. I just got the song, The Final Countdown. You might be feeling like some pressure here, especially with the oyster. There's some sort of pressure there. I want to read from this book here for the gateway, because that card's very strong message for you, gateway. Oh my God. For you 2000 babies, or I should say 90 babies, because you would know gateway computers when they like turn on. Ding! I just got that visual of a gateway computer. Oh my goodness. Something being turned on here. A spike in emotions. Also, the message I'm getting here from the shark and the oyster and all this kind of emotional kind of release is that you could also say that it's not negative. It could be positive too, right? Take what resonates. It could feel like an overflow of emotions, right? Where you're like about to burst. You're about to open up to something. Interesting too is that the shark in the oyster, it's like, this is like predator-prey type dynamic, right? Predator-prey. Interesting. Let's read here. It says, I want to read the second page. Okay. Magic is afoot, Cancer. Wondrous events are unfolding. Profound revelations and inner illuminations are close at hand. It is now much easier to manifest your dreams. This is an excellent time to take action on your visions for your future. A small amount of action now will generate much bigger results. Okay, so this is kind of like that gusto that you needed. Again, your emotions are fuel. Your tears are fuel. Like there's something so profound about your tears, okay? And I'm not saying to go force yourself to cry, but The Cancer that I'm connecting with, it seems like you've had some really good cries lately, and it's shown you again what you truly need in your life, the people you want in your life, what you value. And it's allowing you to take action with a clearer vision here, even if it's the most small, minute action, right? Oh, and fairies and elves. Wow, interesting. It says fairies and elves are supporting you. Wonders are blossoming in your life. Watch for them. So this is about wee folk, fairies, elves, like magical creatures. Cool. I love this. Unicorns, you know. You might be having some really interesting dreams, especially with Jupiter in your 12th house. Let's pull from the soul's journey here for Cancer. Cancer, what do we have for Cancer? Too many. That's like 4 cards. I want one for you. Cancer. 1 card, please. 1. There it is. Okay. Guilt in reverse. Self-esteem. It says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. What I'm getting is like the Cancer I'm connecting with. Again, there's some level of guilt or shame for your emotions. You could be apologizing, or again, someone in your life could be apologizing to you. Like, I'm sorry I reacted that way. Maybe you're looking for an apology from someone. Someone might feel guilty, or you might feel guilty. But again, these readings are meant for you. So I'm going to propose this as you potentially feel shame or guilt around your heart, right? Around your emotions, around what's coming up. You could feel, again, some level of like repression, like I need to hold back these emotions, I can't express this, and Spirit's like, no, please do. There's a gateway here, there's a deepening, there's an understanding of yourself, and don't feel guilty about it, Cancer, okay? I hope these messages helped you. Happy birthday, Cancer. And if you want to go a bit deeper with me, check out my links below, and the July love reading will be linked below as well, so stay tuned for that. Follow me over there if this is where we part. Bye for now, Cancer.